The Yangtze River Dragon Maiden was still waiting for me. I jumped straight onto the Immortal Island.
Standing beneath the towering strange tree, the human-faced fruits immediately became alert, like 100 venomous eyes fixed on me. The little fox in my arms trembled with fright. I examined the faces on those fruits up close, forming some ideas.
Lu Dongbin was startled, quickly jumping down and urgently warning, "What are you doing? Want to pick the human-faced fruit? Don't!"
Jinling Shengmu is not someone to mess with.
Taya Guili whispered cautionarily, "If she gets angry, none of us can handle it." "Relax, I know what I'm doing," I replied coolly.
I pulled out my Thunderstrike bamboo sword and began chopping at the tree's roots.
Lu Dongbin gasped in shock. Han Zhongli's expression turned grave. Taya Guili stared in disbelief. Even Zhang Guolao was dumbfounded.
They never suspected that I wasn't here to pick the fruit, but to chop down the tree.
This completely stunned them. "What are you doing?"
Lu Dongbin rushed over anxiously, his mouth twitching.
"Chopping the tree, of course.
Don't just stand there, come help. Once the tree falls, she'll come out."
I kept swinging my axe. This strange tree had grown tough over many years, harder than iron.
Each chop made the human-faced fruit scream sharp and piercing.
Lu Dongbin was shocked. "Long Shiba? Are you crazy? This is the immortal tree of the Golden Spirit Saint Mother, you dare cut it down?" He cried out my real name in panic. Han Zhongli and the others stood dumbfounded. "Don't worry. Once the tree falls, she will definitely come out," I said. "She'll definitely come looking for trouble," Lu Dongbin said anxiously. 2 strikes later, wood chips flew everywhere. The trunk was golden, like golden Phoebe wood.
"Even if she's mad, she can only endure it," I explained.
Lu Dongbin grew even more anxious. "You don't understand her. If she sees her immortal tree being cut, she'll definitely kill you. Trust me, grab your sword and help chop." I went back to chopping.
Lu Dongbin was speechless. Han Zhongli came over and patted his shoulder.
"It's already started, might as well join in.
Maybe we'll all get on the Golden Spirit Saint Mother's bad side together."
"Right, we can't waste 3 days and nights.
The longer we wait, the more the heavenly formation breaks down, and we'll lose our heads." Taya Guili and Zhang Guolao stepped forward too, pulling out their divine weapons to help chop. Their faces paled, but they steeled themselves.
Crack, crack, crack. Han Zhongli joined in as well.
The 5 of us worked together, chopping off a third of the trunk in no time.
Golden wood chips scattered everywhere.
The human-faced fruit screamed in terror, crying like ghosts and wolves. Lu Dongbin stood there stunned for a long moment, then sighed, "You came here just to stir up trouble.
If the Golden Spirit Saint Mother gets angry, I swear I'll beat you up."
Saying that, he drew his sword. Lu Dongbin swung once, wood chips flying.
In under a minute, the roots were almost cut through.
We pushed the tree together. With a creaking roar, it toppled with a thunderous crash, shaking the entire Immortal Island. The human-faced fruit on the tree gasped, suffocated, and gradually grew weak, like dying infants. Without the strange tree, the surrounding spiritual energy instantly swelled, quickly concentrating toward the tightly closed gate. "I can already imagine the Golden Spirit Saint Mother's rage when she comes out," Lu Dongbin said helplessly. With the tree down, sweat beaded on his forehead.
Han Zhongli and the others were tense as well.
Only I stepped up to Lu Dongbin and whispered, "I don't want her to notice me.
When she asks who cut the tree, remember it's you." Then I stepped aside. "Damn, are you digging a hole for me?" Lu Dongbin glared at me. Han Zhongli and the others looked dumbfounded too. "I'm not setting you up.
Listen, if she asks why, just say, I didn't finish."
Boom!
The gate suddenly burst open, shaking the Immortal Island with its roar. A cold voice came from inside, "Who dares to cut down my human-faced immortal tree?"
A fierce aura surged out like a violent storm.
Lu Dongbin and the others' faces went pale, their clothes flapping wildly in the wind. I felt nervous. If my strength wasn't decent, I'd have been blown off the Immortal Island by this force.
This immortal's power was truly unfathomable.
It made me want to grow stronger even more. My inner demons pressed harder. At my current level, I couldn't break through the southern heavenly gate, let alone face the many gods of the immortal realm.
"You really screwed yourself over this time, kid."
Lu Dongbin shot me an angry glare and forced himself to say, "Golden Spirit Saint Mother, I was the one who cut your immortal tree."
Han Zhongli and the others immediately grew tense. "Lu Dongbin, why did you cut my immortal tree? Do you know how much effort I put into it?"
The cold voice continued, filled with oppression.
The ground even began to crack.
Lu Dongbin's body sank as he bore the pressure of the Golden Spirit Saint Mother's presence.
He stammered, glancing at me urgently.
I sent him a mental message, just say, "The tree was blocking my view, I couldn't breathe, so I wanted to chop it down." Lu Dongbin was shocked at first but still parroted the whole excuse.
Blocking your view?
The Golden Spirit Saint Mother's voice turned even colder. Lu Dongbin's scalp tingled, and Han Zhongli and the others grew more anxious. I continued the mental message, say yes, and then ask if she didn't feel suffocated just now, too. Lu Dongbin was stunned but repeated my words uncertainly. Han Zhongli and the others were speechless, they hadn't expected Lu Dongbin to say that. The voices inside the room abruptly stopped, the pressure lessened by half. It seemed she was angry but unable to continue her outburst. LV Dongbin and Han Zhongli were both stunned.
What's going on? Isn't she supposed to burst out and attack me? LV Dongbin asked via telepathic communication.
Don't ask. Now's not the time to explain, I replied.
LV Dongbin looked puzzled. If she asks in detail, how should I respond?
I explained, the feng shui of this immortal island is problematic. That tree is too large, draining the nearby spiritual energy, leaving Lady Jinling Shengmu with none to draw upon.
Usually it's fine, but she was just meditating in seclusion at a critical point. Any disturbance could spell disaster.
I don't know her well and didn't want to waste my own energy helping her, so I chopped the tree down. When it died, the spiritual energy flooded toward her, aiding her.
Since I helped, she can't openly retaliate and has to keep it bottled up. After hearing this, LV Dongbin stared at me in disbelief.
You've really got some tricks. You managed to make Lady Jinling suffer like this with such a flashy move. You should have said so earlier. I was scared out of my wits, thinking you were digging a trap.
Shoo, don't say a word. I stopped sending messages.
Suddenly, I felt a gaze fixed on me.
Fortunately, the immortal robes concealed my identity. No wonder LV Dongbin said these clothes were sought from Xiangu. LV Dongbin shared my explanation with Han Zhongli and the others, who all gave me thumbs up. LV Dongbin, what if she hadn't reacted just now?
A few minutes later, Lady Jinling Shengmu's voice rang out again, still sharp, cold, and filled with anger. LV Dongbin spoke confidently, Lady Jinling Shengmu, since you say that, be honest.
The island's feng shui is off.
You were meditating at a critical moment, but the immortal tree hogged all the spiritual energy, leaving you deprived.
Cutting the tree was to help you. We're all friends of the immortals. You won't be mad at me, right?
A cold snort came from inside.
I breathed a sigh of relief.
If I'd said that, I'd probably have been targeted immediately, maybe even attacked, because I'm far lower in rank than her.
But LV Dongbin's status demands her respect. I'd just be trampled underfoot. When did you start learning that earthly feng shui stuff?
Lady Jinling asked, displeased.
Just recently, LV Dongbin answered. Oh, so you've gotten distracted. Feng shui?
It's nothing but junk the immortals abandoned, brought down to the mortal world by those sent to the human realm, who then treated it like treasure. And you pick up this rubbish and bring it back, Lady Jinling Shengmu snapped.
Feng shui is not garbage, LV Dongbin retorted firmly.
Humph. Lady Jinling snorted coldly and stopped pushing. It seemed she swallowed her anger. After all, they were here on official business, and no matter how angry she was, she dared not lose her temper on the spot.
I gave LV Dongbin a look.
He straightened up and said, Lady Jinling Shengmu, the five of us must maintain the celestial array.
You'd better hand over the array tokens quickly. If we delay something important and the Jade Emperor blames us, I won't be able to take the responsibility.
Humph.
LV Dongbin, long time no see, you've gotten quite the silver tongue.
Lady Jinling sneered. Right after, 5 golden tokens flew out of the room, each about the size of a palm, engraved with the character, array. LV Dongbin reached out and caught them, visibly relieved.
Han Zhongli and the others also relaxed. I was already eager to get going. Thanks a lot. After we finish the array maintenance, we will return the tokens promptly. LV Dongbin said, cupping his fists. He gave us a signal, and we immediately turned to leave. Otherwise, Lady Jinling staring at the chopped tree would only grow more upset and volatile. Though she was holding back now, it didn't mean she could for long. We had to leave as soon as possible and avoid further upsetting her. Those furrowed brows must not be triggered again. Suddenly, wait. Who is he? Lady Jinling's gaze locked on me once more. I remained calm.
He's a formations master I just met in the mortal realm, LV Dongbin explained.
Formations master? LV Dongbin, are you joking? What kind of master is that?
Lady Jinling sneered. LV Dongbin began to respond.
The heavenly array doesn't need any mortal formations master. How could a mortal understand the celestial immortal array? This time, just the 4 of you go for routine maintenance, he doesn't need to come.
Lady Jinling said coldly. Her words shocked me. LV Dongbin and the others' expressions changed abruptly. LV Dongbin immediately countered firmly, Lady Jinling Xingmu, that's inappropriate. He's my friend, I specially invited him. I'm in charge here.
If I say no, then no. Has my authority fallen so low you 8 immortals won't listen?
Lady Jinling's tone hardened, her gaze sharp again, fixed on me.
I was startled. Had she discovered something? Was she deliberately barring me from coming? Or was she taking out her anger on me?
After all, I'm the weakest here, naturally the scapegoat. Any of these was possible, but I had to stay calm and not lose my composure, otherwise, I would suffer greatly. Right now, I was rapidly thinking of a way to respond. Staying here is dangerous every minute, we must keep our distance.
The 4 of them grew anxious. Lu Dongbin's tone turned firm. Golden Spirit Holy Mother, this isn't appropriate. He's here because I brought him.
You targeting him like this is disrespectful to us 8 immortals.
Didn't you hear what I said?
I'm in charge here, the Golden Spirit Holy Mother replied coldly. Lu Dongbin's face darkened sharply.
Golden Spirit, if you won't let him go today, then we'll have to settle this by force. That's right. We're a group, we have to go together. Golden Spirit, don't bully him too much.
Iron Crutchley backed him up.
Han Zhongli and Zhang Guolao looked serious. Hearing this, a warm feeling surged in my heart. Fight me? Do you even have the Golden Spirit Holy Mother sneered? Lu Dongbin's voice was cold, didn't you hear? Even if we fight, we must fulfill our mission. If the array maintenance is delayed, you're responsible. Humph. The Golden Spirit Holy Mother's voice was icy.
You guard him so fiercely, now I'm suspicious of his identity.
Who exactly is he?
The room brimmed with tension.
I've said already, he's a master of mortal realm arrays.
I insist on bringing him because he discovered a problem with the Heavenly Realms array.
I wanted him to. Lu Dongbin glanced at me, then toward the dark corners of the room. What? Lu Dongbin, he actually found a problem with the array? The Golden Spirit Holy Mother was shocked, as if she misheard. That's right. Lu Dongbin nodded solemnly. Then laughter echoed in the room.
The Golden Spirit Holy Mother laughed heartily. Lu Dongbin, I didn't mishear, right?
You don't trust the mighty Heavenly Realm array, but you trust a mortal? Over all these years, when has the array ever had a problem? Just because it's fine now doesn't mean it won't break down later. Lu Dongbin said. I believe my brother's intuition. If he says there's a problem, there definitely is. Han Zhongli and the others nodded seriously. Intuition? Lu Dongbin, that's hilarious. You question an array set up by over 10 powerful immortals just because of a mortal's gut feeling?
The Golden Spirit Holy Mother sneered. I've been here for over 10,000 years, know the heavenly array like the back of my hand.
If there was a problem, wouldn't I know? Do I need you to remind me?
I glanced toward the room instinctively, a little glad. Since the Golden Spirit Holy Mother was deliberately provoking, I decided to play along.
If she wanted me to stay, I'd stay. But a previously shelved plan suddenly resurfaced.
Lu Dongbin pressed on, Golden Spirit Holy Mother, like you, we also thought the array was fine.
But no one in the celestial realm truly masters arrays.
Your divine sight sees no flaw, but my brother's array expertise says otherwise, so.
Enough. I'm the guardian of the Heavenly Realm array. Should I take orders from a mortal?
The Golden Spirit Holy Mother interrupted coldly, her tone resolute, as if the array was absolutely flawless.
Lu Dongbin and the others exchanged helpless looks. What are you waiting for? Go immediately.
The Golden Spirit Holy Mother urged.
If you delay the array upkeep, I'll report you to the Jade Emperor.
But, Lu Dongbin's expression turned serious. Han Zhongli and the others readied themselves.
Humph.
The Golden Spirit Holy Mother sneered. The standoff persisted.
I stepped up to Lu Dongbin. Forget it, you all go on. I'll wait here for you. She's not easy to deal with. Stay close to her, and she'll find an excuse to pick on you anytime. Lu Dongbin warned softly. Yeah, don't back down.
The 4 of us will stand against her, Iron Crutchley said seriously. I don't think she'd really dare ruin relations with us over this.
Don't worry, I can handle it, I said coolly. Besides, I'm effectively hiding from the heavenly soldiers looking for me right now. They nodded reluctantly. Once you finish maintaining the array, remember to report back to the Jade Emperor and claim credit, I whispered to Lu Dongbin. Why? Lu Dongbin blinked in surprise. Don't ask. Just remember, make sure you fulfill your duties maintaining the array. Before you leave, the array has to be intact. I spoke seriously.
Lu Dongbin looked puzzled.
What exactly do you mean?
Listen carefully, I continued, go tell the Jade Emperor, we found a problem with the array and informed the Golden Spirit Holy Mother, but she didn't believe us and blocked the repairs. We fear a catastrophe, so we came to report to you.
The key is, we 8 immortals sincerely ask the Jade Emperor to send someone to fix it promptly, or else the celestial realm will fall into chaos. But the Jade Emperor probably won't believe there's a problem, Lu Dongbin sighed. I'm not asking him to believe it. You just have to pass on the message. Whether he believes it or not is his business. But you say it, this credit counts as ours. This credit will raise the status of the 8 immortals even further. Damn, you, Lu Dongbin's eyes widened. I wasn't finished. I kept my eyes fixed inside the room, squinting. There's one more thing I have to say, you all have completed the maintenance task perfectly. But after you left, I found out the Golden Spirit Saintess sneaked over to the formation. What was she doing there? Lu Dongbin was stunned. Listen carefully. I glared at him. Say to the Jade Emperor with a suspicious tone, the Golden Spirit Saintess may have long discovered problems with the formation and, fearing punishment, deliberately concealed the issue. Damn, so you're setting her up? Lu Dongbin finally caught on. Don't put it like that. She targeted me first, so I'm just getting back at her. I shrugged. Even if the heavenly formation has issues, it won't suddenly collapse, right? I'm worried that if I tell the Jade Emperor directly and say the formation's fine, won't that make all our efforts pointless? Lu Dongbin hesitated. It's okay. Just do as I say. I kept staring at the distant heavenly formation. Once you leave, the formation will definitely have problems. Stop wasting time. Let's go. Next time I see you, I'll call you Great Immortal Lu Dongbin. I pushed him, urging him. Lu Dongbin snapped back to reality, gave me a meaningful glance, said nothing more, and took off flying. Let's go. Lu Dongbin said to Han Zhengli and the others, who looked puzzled. The 4 of them immediately flew toward the heavenly formation and quickly disappeared from my sight. Watching them leave, my heart pounded with excitement. That's right, what I'm about to do next is sabotage the heavenly formation. I had kept this plan to myself because I didn't want Lu Dongbin and the others to get beheaded. Until just now, I wasn't ready to act. Meeting Han Zhengli and the others, I even felt a bit guilty. I thought this plan was too cruel to them. But just now, the Golden Spirit Saintess deliberately blocked me. I was furious and suddenly had a bright idea. I thought of a way to avoid implicating Lu Dongbin and company, let them be promoted, and still sabotage the formation to undermine the Jade Emperor. The plan was to first have them complete the maintenance successfully, then shift the blame onto the Golden Spirit Saintess. Thinking of this, I couldn't contain my excitement. Heaven really is on my side. Still, I kept my composure on the surface. But one big problem remained. How do I get the Golden Spirit Saintess to let me near the heavenly formation after they finish the task? If I storm in, it's a certain death trap. If I can't get close, how will I find the problem and get my chance to destroy? If I fail to sabotage, the trap I set for her would be for nothing. As I was pondering this, a cold laugh came from inside the room. Do you know why I let you stay? No, I shook my head. You're braver than I thought. I've just finished my retreat, but everyone outside knows. You were the first one to chop my immortal tree, right? She confronted me directly. I was startled. Turns out she was deliberately venting her anger on me. This warned me to be more cautious dealing with such immortals in the future. Their perception is far beyond what I imagined. I'm sorry, I quickly bowed my head to apologize. The immortal tree has been planted for 10,000 years. Do you think a simple sorry is enough? She snorted coldly. Immediately, a terrifying aura burst forth, pressing down on me so hard I struggled to breathe. Golden Spirit Saintess, please don't like this. I'll compensate for the immortal tree, okay? You're just a mortal from the lower realm. What right do you have to compensate? What's so valuable about you? She said coldly. Her power pressed down even more. I gritted my teeth, trembling. Listen to me, I can afford to compensate. If the heavenly formation really has a problem, once they return, I'll help you find the issue. When you report it to the Jade Emperor, there will surely be a great reward enough to make up for your immortal tree. Are you deaf? I told you, this formation doesn't need a mortal like you to point out problems. It absolutely won't have any problems. The Golden Spirit Saintess was furious, her power growing stronger. I was barely holding on. Her strength was too overwhelming, nothing like ordinary heavenly soldiers. I bit my tongue and held firm. Think about it, if you let me help find the problem, you suffer no loss and might even win a reward from the Jade Emperor. Why wouldn't you? I'll say it again, the formation absolutely will not have problems. She snorted confidently. I secretly laughed to myself. She truly believed that a lowly mortal like me could never discover problems before them. I hurriedly said, nothing is absolute. At worst, I'll risk everything. Give me 3 days, 3 days. If I still can't find any issues with the heavenly formation, you can torture me however you want, I'll accept it.
But if I really do find something, you've stumbled onto a treasure, and a generous reward is guaranteed."
As soon as I finished, her pressure intensified even more.
Clearly, she still believed without a doubt that the formation was flawless. I continued, "Though the heavenly formation is fundamental, it has relied on immortal magic for so long.
The problem is probably hidden there. Can you guarantee the great immortals who set it up all those years ago didn't have their magic gradually conflicting over time?"
I released the pressure she had placed on me and waited for 20 seconds.
The Golden Spirit Saint Mother spoke, "Go on."
I didn't see the formation with my own eyes, so I can only guess. Even if the chance of something going wrong is only 1%, as the Golden Spirit Saint Mother, you have an equal chance to receive a great reward from the Jade Emperor.
Besides, finding even a small problem is an achievement. You can report it, and the Jade Emperor would definitely reward you. As soon as I finished speaking, the pressure on me eased by half.
Clearly, she was intrigued by my proposal to risk it all.
After all, she wasn't stupid.
Killing me would only satisfy her momentarily.
Waiting 3 days might give her a chance.
Without risk, she naturally knew how to weigh the options. But I can guarantee she wouldn't wait for me to bring back good news.
Because as soon as I sabotage the formation, I'll slip away immediately.
"All right. You have 3 days," the Golden Spirit Saint Mother agreed. I breathed a quiet sigh of relief, temporarily solving the urgent problem. "But I must reiterate, the formation has no issues. I'm agreeing so you can carefully inspect whether Lu Dongbin and the others have been slacking off," she warned.
"Don't even think about running, or else." As if I would. I immediately waved my hand.
"This Saint Mother has never let anyone escape since I started my path.
You definitely won't get away.
I'll crush you with a single finger," she threatened.
"You're right. I'm just a mortal from the lower realms. Don't worry, Golden Spirit Saint Mother.
I promise I'll bring back great news in 3 days.
I guaranteed, patting my chest.
"Humph," she snorted coldly, surprisingly with a hint of expectation.
"I'll be waiting for your good news 3 days from now."
I said no more and began planning how to sabotage the formation.
But I had to get close to the formation first before making a move.
I had already pinpointed the general trouble spot. Just waiting for Lu Dongbin and the others to return, then I'd go straight for the target. I waited on the Immortal Island for a long time before Lu Zhongli and the others returned, dust-covered and weary. The three looked at me with some surprise but also gratitude. It was clear Lu Dongbin had already told them what I'd said. They had been maintaining the formation for a long time but still couldn't find any issues.
No wonder the Golden Spirit Saint Mother was so confident there was nothing wrong.
Before Lu Dongbin could speak, someone inside the room said, "Lu Dongbin, put the formation talisman here."
"You all can leave first.
I still need him."
Lu Dongbin glanced inside, said nothing, and threw the formation talisman in.
Then he gave me a deep look and quickly left.
Watching them leave, my excitement surged. Suddenly, a formation talisman flew out. I caught it, saying, "Golden Spirit Saint Mother, wait for me. I promise to bring back good news within 3 days." Turning around, my hand already reached for the Thunder Strike bamboo sword.
Thinking about the big hole I was digging for the Jade Emperor, I couldn't wait to act.
3 days is too long. If you ride on my immortal cloud, you'll save a lot of time. A voice came from inside the room, and my heart sank. Was she being kind? Or was this a way to keep an eye on me?
The Golden Spirit Saint Mother was indeed cunning and thorough.
This was like chaining me by the ankle.
If I tried to sabotage the formation, she could immediately sense it and personally stop me.
My plan took a heavy hit. She was truly ruthless.
A breath of white vapor blew out inside the room and instantly transformed into a fluffy cotton candy-like cloud.
"Thank you, Golden Spirit Saint Mother."
To avoid raising suspicion, I quickly put on a grateful expression and jumped onto the cloud. My feet landed softly, like stepping on a quilt, and instantly felt as if the cloud was alive.
It really wasn't an ordinary cloud.
"Let's go," the Golden Spirit Saint Mother urged.
"All right, please wait a moment."
I began to control the cloud, which swiftly carried me away from the Immortal Island, heading straight toward the heavenly formation. The speed was incredible. The wind howled past my ears, but I immediately started thinking about how to shake off the cloud.
Suddenly, an invisible force enveloped me, and even the cloud couldn't move.
I took out a formation talisman and released a golden light, slowly weakening the binding.
The cloud resumed its rapid flight. The little fox in my arms poked its head out. "Thunder Strike Bamboo, any ideas on how to lose this immortal cloud?" I mentally asked it.
"Master, this cloud hides the Golden Spirit Saint Mother's divine consciousness. Wherever you go, she can sense it in an instant.
If you break free, she might come after you personally.
She trusts no one, and her methods are formidable."
Thunderstrike Bamboo replied. I frowned deeply.
This was indeed difficult. The cloud beneath me flew faster and faster, and the surrounding formation fluctuations grew stronger.
I squinted and looked ahead. A breathtaking sight unfolded, a colossal golden wall.
Not bricks or stones, but a thick light screen.
It stretched endlessly to the left, the right, and even up and down. This was the heavenly formation? So enormous.
Just this area had a formation thickness of over 10 meters.
Like a great wall dividing heaven and earth.
I couldn't imagine how much immortal energy and time it took to lay out such a solid barrier, separating the demon realm from the immortal realm. Even with a century's worth of true teachings, seeing it with my own eyes still left me stunned. No wonder Lu Dongbin and the Golden Spirit Holy Mothers, upon hearing me mention a problem with the heavenly realm formation, firmly believed there was absolutely no chance of a flaw. It really is that reliable. If I were in their shoes, I wouldn't believe there was any issue with this formation either.
Thinking that way, it all makes sense.
After a while, I snapped out of my shock and directed the cloud toward the abnormal location. The surface of the formation was flawless, not a speck of dust to be seen. It was clear Lu Dongbin and the others had just maintained it.
Could this be the demon realm inside? The little fox asked. I've never been there, and Jiang Baisui never mentioned it as a kid. But even if it's not the demon realm inside the formation, it definitely has to be a dangerous borderland between the immortal and demon realms. Basically, a ghostly place. An hour later, I arrived at the spot where the anomaly was detected. The surface remained perfectly intact, maintenance marks were clear, and no problems were found. But with my foundation in formations, I could sense abnormal fluctuations coming from here. Excitement rushed through me. Sir, are you really going to make your move here? Lei Jiju asked. Yes. This is my first step in dealing with the Golden Spirit Holy Mother and Yin Jade Emperor. I said. But I've observed that the heavenly realm formation isn't something we can break right now, Lei Jiju said regretfully. I know, I can't break it either, I answered calmly. That much I was clear about.
Lei Jiju's cultivation level isn't high enough, and neither is mine. Breaking this heavenly realm formation would require relentless attacks for at least 3 days and nights.
It's too powerful, brute force alone won't crack it.
That's why I never counted on Lei Jiju or myself to fight Yin Jade Emperor head-on. That would be like ants trying to chew an elephant, and there's no time for that.
So how do you plan to break it? Lei Jiju asked curiously.
Even the little fox popped out of my arms, blinking big eyes at me, sharing the curiosity.
I have a clever plan, I replied excitedly.
I remember in Jiang Baisui's top 10 unbreakable formations, there's a brilliant self-invented method to break formations using one formation to break another. The method involves first identifying the formation's weak point, then using the full power of an entire formation to strike that weak spot. Sounds simple, but is very difficult in practice.
How do you harness the power of the heavenly realm formation?
You must first precisely locate the nearby formation nodes of the heavenly realm formation.
This requires quickly gaining thorough knowledge of the formation.
For most people, this is nearly impossible. The very first step trips everyone up.
But for me, it's not difficult.
On the way here, I already used formation techniques to analyze the basic structure.
Give me half an hour more, and I could fully understand it.
Right now, the biggest problem isn't how to break the formation, but how to prevent the Golden Spirit Holy Mother from appearing suddenly.
Once she charges in, I'm doomed. There's no doubt about that.
The Golden Spirit Holy Mother has been monitoring my movements. By distance and timing, she'll need about 15 minutes to get here. But 15 minutes is nowhere near enough time for me to break the formation.
This is a rare opportunity one don't want to waste. I'm anxious but force myself to stay calm. Time to think. Maybe it's worth a shot.
First, thoroughly analyze the heavenly realm formation, then manipulate its power.
That process won't trigger any abnormalities.
The Golden Spirit Holy Mother probably won't suspect my true intent, assuming I'm just searching for flaws.
She'll only realize when I start breaking it. 15 minutes left, just barely enough time. With that clarity, I decided I couldn't come back empty-handed. I had to take action. I communicated with Lei Jiju, who asked, Sir, how will we get away? If the Golden Spirit Holy Mother shows up, we're no match. Time is tight, we probably won't have time to escape, so we won't run. I said firmly.
I stared at the heavenly realm formation. My original plan was to break the formation and immediately rush back to the mortal realm to meet the Yangtze River Dragon Girl waiting for me.
But the Golden Spirit Holy Mother's divine sense lurking in the cloud beneath my feet is a fatal blow.
The plan must be flexible.
Otherwise, it's just waiting to die. Not running? I don't understand. You'll understand soon enough. I began maneuvering the cloud to circle around nearby. With my formation expertise, I quickly located the nearby formation nodes. Though powerful, this heavenly realm formation is just an ordinary one. Its strength comes from over 10 great immortals casting spells together. I took out formation flags and inserted them into the formation nodes. I deliberately said, the problem might be here. Let's try the formation flags? Sure enough, the cloud stirred slightly, but no other reaction. The Golden Spirit Holy Mother overheard but didn't get suspicious yet. I took the chance to plant formation flags on all the nearby nodes. This took about an hour. No one except a formation master with decades of experience could find them all. Jiang Baisui's formation knowledge gave me confidence. At this moment, the cloud showed no abnormalities, meaning the Golden Spirit Holy Mother regarded my actions as normal. She might even be mocking me for running around like a monkey, thinking my formation skills are clumsy. The more she mocks, the more it plays to my advantage. Ready now, I knew it was time to begin. Returning to the weak point of the formation, my eyes sparkled brightly. Jade Emperor, when you tried to chop off my head, Long Shiba, did you ever expect me to fight back? You didn't expect it, and you were right. To kill me, you must pay the price. You treat me like an ant, but even ants can bite an elephant to death. I began casting my spell, and the formation flags at the nodes started to glow. The nodes showed signs of resistance but didn't change. Just as I expected. The celestial formation is created by multiple immortals' magic, it won't shift easily. I kept casting. The nodes began to emit the power of the formation, trying to force me to withdraw the flags. I was thrilled. I always intended to use the formation's own power. This was perfect. A mocking laugh came from the cloud beneath my feet. It was the Golden Spirit Holy Mother mocking me from afar. Apparently, I looked like a clown to her. Laugh all you want, the happier you are now, the worse off you'll be later. I sneered and kept strengthening my spell. The power surging from the formation nodes intensified, more awe-inspiring than ever. Without hesitation, I channeled this formation power. Because the flags I planted centered on the formation's weak spots, the nearby surging powers immediately affected this area. I fixed my gaze on the fluctuations in the formation power. They rolled like waves, continuously battering that weak point. Right here. There should soon be a glaring problem. Because this was the formation's vulnerability. But after 3 minutes, the Golden Spirit Holy Mother still hadn't noticed anything unusual. The spot I was watching remained unchanged. This was baffling. How could this be? I grew suspicious. No, Jiang Baisui's self-created breaking formation through formation method can't be wrong. Could it be my first attempt was flawed? I hurried to find the problem. Sure enough, one formation flag was completely unresponsive. This had to be the source of the error. Immediately, I realized I had planted the flag in the wrong spot. Looks like even I make mistakes. No wonder the immortals felt so confident about the celestial formation. I quickly pulled out the flag and replanted it on the true formation point. Sure enough, after this adjustment, the nearby formation fluctuations grew even more intense. All the formation flags on the nodes shook violently. I stared anxiously and excitedly at that trouble spot. 1 minute, 10 minutes, half an hour, even half a day passed. I held my breath. The spot still showed no visible change, but I grew excited. Because I sensed the formation fluctuations at the weak point were becoming more abnormal. It's happening. After all this waiting, the result was finally coming. This the problem you mentioned? Half a day's passed, everything's normal, and I see no anomaly. I shouldn't have believed you. The celestial formation never fails. Come back. You've wasted my time. The Golden Spirit Holy Mother's impatient voice suddenly rang out. She'd been watching my every move. But I was too excited to care about her. Didn't you hear me? Come back. Her voice instantly turned ice cold. So ungrateful. She scoffed, her cloud carrying us flying toward the fairy island. But I hovered midair, held back by the thunderstruck bamboo sword. You think you can hold me like this? The Golden Spirit Holy Mother sneered. The clouds suddenly transformed into golden chains, wrapping toward me, clearly trying to bind me back. How dare you defy me, she hissed. Then, crack. The spot I'd been fixated on finally showed a tiny crack. The golden chains hesitated and stopped. What's going on? Is there really a problem? The Golden Spirit Holy Mother was surprised, then quickly excited. I'm going to make merit. Finally, I don't have to guard this cursed place. I'll ask the Jade Emperor for a reward of the Golden Gong and Immortal Bell. Lucky for you, come back now. I'm going to see the Jade Emperor, she said with a smile. But I didn't move. My eyes were filled with excitement, my heart pounding. After all this time, there was finally progress. Take down the formation flags, the Golden Spirit Holy Mother ordered. I still didn't move, watching the crack grow larger. The little fox in my arms perked up excitedly. "Did you hear? Pull out the flags," she warned in a dark tone. "I won't, what can you do to me?" I retorted with a cold smile. "How dare you?" she shouted furiously, clearly unprepared for me talking back. "What do you think you're doing? Can't you tell? I'm digging a pit for you, my dear Holy Mother." I shrugged and smiled toward the fairy island. Boom! The void trembled. The golden spirit Holy Mother completely lost her temper. I suspected the houses on her fairy island instantly turned to ashes. For years, no one dared speak to me like that. "If I don't tear you apart today, how can I be satisfied?" Boom! The sound of a rupture filled the air. The golden spirit Holy Mother shot out of the fairy island. Honestly, at this moment, I felt like I was being hunted by a demon. To be honest, the golden spirit Holy Mother hadn't even truly appeared yet, and my heart was already pounding with fear. She was truly someone even Lu Dongbin and those great immortals had to restrain themselves around. A person like her, I absolutely cannot face her head-on right now. Otherwise, death is inevitable. Swish! The golden chains that had formed from the immortal clouds suddenly parted, weaving into a vast net that tightly ensnared us. Obviously, it was to prevent my escape. The little fox in my arms immediately became alert, staring toward the direction of the fairy island. I silently counted the time in my mind, 15 minutes. I have to make the most of it. The golden spirit Saint Mother will arrive in no more than 15 minutes. Crack, crack. The crisp sound was oddly satisfying. The cracks in the heavenly array grew larger, from hair-thin at first, now thick as fingers. The fissures began to spread. Clearly, the array had an existing flaw. Pressure only made the cracks multiply exponentially, until it completely collapsed. Seeing the array between the fairy and demon realms deteriorate like this, I felt both nervous and thrilled. Jade Emperor, while you preside at home, the heavenly array is on the verge of collapse. Hurry, let the array shatter completely. I fixed my gaze on the ever-widening fissures. Lei Jiju urged, "Sir, shall I attack the cracks to speed up the splitting?" "No." I shook my head. "Our strength is still far too weak against the heavenly array. Full attack won't help, it's better to conserve energy and prepare for a full escape." "Understood." Though slightly disappointed, Lei Jiju nodded in agreement. Crack! 5 minutes passed, the cracks continued to widen, now as big as a football field, but their growth slowed. It seemed the damage had limits. The array could withstand such large fissures. That was acceptable as long as the cracks kept expanding. A breaking hole was inevitable. Through the finger-thick cracks, I glimpsed pitch darkness inside. That must be the zone between the fairy and demon realms. I kept my eyes glued to it. 6 minutes. 7 minutes. 8 minutes. Crack! Suddenly, several pieces of crystal stone fell through the cracks. Clang! One array crystal after another crashed down. Rumble! Like a collapsing city wall, the crystals kept tumbling. The fissure was becoming a deep pit. The break was imminent. Those 8 minutes had me sweating bullets in nervous anticipation. Whoosh! Gusts of black wind blew from the cracks. Clearly, it was demon energy. As the demon energy poured in, it clashed with the surrounding spiritual energy. It was like ink dropped into clear water, quickly turning it a muddy gray. As the demonic energy grew stronger, the area around the heavenly array turned gray, and the sky gradually darkened. I was thrilled. Keep it coming. Let the demonic energy break through the south heaven gate and disrupt the heavenly soldiers. That would shake the Jade Emperor to his core. I'm going to throw the immortal realm into chaos and leave the Jade Emperor overwhelmed. Crack! A crystal larger than a house fell, and the cave entrance was almost completely broken through. I could nearly see the other side. My plan was almost a success. The breach widened, cracks spreading fast. What was once the size of a soccer field now more than doubled. And it kept expanding. Good. The bigger, the better. Once it's too big to repair, that's when it really feels great. I stared at my masterpiece, bursting with excitement. Suddenly, the little fox in my arms turned pale with fear. She frantically pointed in one direction, and I instinctively looked. She's too fast, she's here." The little fox's voice trembled. "What?" I was shocked beyond belief. Frantically calculating time in my mind, only 10 minutes had passed. How was she so much earlier than I expected? I had seriously underestimated her. I looked anxiously at the cave entrance, it wasn't fully broken through yet. "Sir, she really is coming." Even Lei Jiju could sense it. Sure enough, the next moment, a terrifying murderous aura rolled in from the distant horizon. "Where do we run from here?" Lei Jiju asked. "Here, in the heavenly array. We can't outrun her. Plus, this is still the mortal realm. If we went after the Yangtze dragon girl now,
it would put her in danger.
Our only chance.
I stared at the widening hole, cold sweat pouring from my hands.
Cold sweat drenched my forehead and back.
When facing the Yellow River Dragon King and the Plague God's avatars, I wasn't this scared, not even when I confronted the Plague God's true form. But now, my heart raced, I was terrified beyond measure. The Golden Spirit Saintess's power far exceeded what I had imagined. She was truly an immortal-level existence. An immortal even the 8 immortals like Lu Dongbin had to be cautious around.
A lethal aura enveloped me. Sir, you want to go in through that hole? Straight into the demon realm? Lei Jizhu asked, shocked. Yes. I nodded. We have to take the gamble. There's no other choice.
It must be incredibly dangerous inside.
Lei Jizhu was worried.
Better than dying here, there's no other option.
I said grimly. All right.
I stared at the falling crystals.
Hurry, faster. The little fox trembled anxiously in my arms.
Crack, crack, the crystals kept falling.
The cave entrance was almost fully breached.
Just as I hoped for success, a sudden murderous aura plummeted. A fierce, angry shout rang out. How dare you disrupt the heavenly array?
I will crush you. Boom.
From the distant horizon, a figure radiating killing intent swiftly approached through the clouds.
My heart pounded faster.
Her speed was terrifying, faster than lightning. She charged at me like a raging beast.
Sweat drenched my entire body.
Then I caught sight of her, a tall woman in a golden gown. Full lips, noble features, extraordinary presence.
But her eyes were like swords, filled with murderous intent like a female demon.
This was the Golden Spirit Saintess?
I was terrified.
I could fight when facing the Plague God's true form, but now, all I wanted was to flee as far away as possible. I immediately shoved the little fox into my clothes, grabbed Lei Jizhu, and charged into the array's cave entrance, desperately kicking the cracked crystals.
Lei Jizhu unleashed swordlight to assist. Crunch! Flying shards. We were just one step away from breaking through. Trying to escape? Not without my permission, the Golden Spirit Saintess roared, unleashing a wave of celestial energy. A gigantic golden hand shot into the entrance, fiercely trying to grab me.
Darkness sprung before my eyes, I felt like prey caught in her grasp.
Without a second thought, I dodged the first grab. But she was closing in less than 500 meters away. My pulse sped up. I quickly pulled out the talisman Li Taigui gave me. It was my only defense. Before I could activate it, the giant hand struck a second time. I leapt to dodge, but the hand suddenly spread its fingers wide. I was caught off guard and slammed away by a finger as large as a water jar. Bang! I crashed against the cracked crystals behind me. Coughing blood, I spat out a mouthful. Terrified, I was grateful I had protected the little fox, otherwise, I would have died for sure. Just as I regained my balance, a loud rumble came from behind. Turning around, I saw a large section of crystals collapse. The force from my impact had shattered the array's crystals. A black hole larger than a basketball court has appeared. I've broken through the heavenly array. Cracks are spreading violently, the entire array is on the verge of collapse. My plan against the Jade Emperor is working. Though my whole body aches fiercely, I'm exhilarated. Phew! A fierce demonic wind howls in. Even I almost can't keep my footing. The demonic energy spreads instantly, everything before my eyes turns gray and hazy. Keep blowing. Blow it all the way to the southern heavenly gate and give the Jade Emperor a surprise. I shout excitedly. Ha ha ha! Jade Emperor! This grand gift is from me, Dragon 18, please enjoy. Lei Jizhu, don't let the demonic energy distract you, move quickly. I growl low, and Lei Jizhu immediately glows with a golden green light, shooting me forward into the gloom. Looking back toward the mortal world, my feelings are complicated. The 3-day deadline, I'm afraid I won't make it. Dragon Maiden of the Yangtze River, will you still wait for me? What if you're disappointed when the 3 days pass? I broke my promise. She must be disappointed and angry. No time to dwell on sadness. Here feels sunless, all gray and dim. The sky is gloomy, surrounded by desolation like a no-man's land. There is demonic energy, but it's not dense. I've never been to the demon realm, this probably isn't there yet. The top priority is figuring out how to shake off the pursuit of Golden Spirit Holy Mother. Suddenly, the little fox screams sharply, Lei Jizhu's sword vibrates. I glance back and see a gigantic hand reaching out from the hole, grabbing at me. Lei Jizhu speeds forward, but that huge hand almost instantaneously appears overhead, like trying to pick the moon from the sea to catch me. The air compresses. I widen my eyes as its 5 fingers snap shut rapidly. I'm shocked. I see the furious Golden Spirit Holy Mother at the cave entrance, one hand reaching for me, but her gaze is fixed on the ever-widening hole. She hasn't even looked at me as if there's no escape. Boom!
The sound of fingers closing is deafening. That grab could decide my fate.
I immediately channel my demonic energy. Lei Jiju, I'm pouring all my demonic energy into you. Raise your cultivation level. Roger! With a loud roar, my internal demonic energy surges into Lei Jiju, strengthening its power. Sword energy suddenly skyrockets.
Lei Jiju emits a piercing cry, my vision blurs, wind whistles past my ears. Behind me, the sound of fingers crashing together. I look back, Lei Jiju has already carried me to safety.
Sweat drenches my forehead. Why is your demonic energy so special? So young but carrying the power of the laws? Or have I sensed wrong?
Golden Spirit Holy Mother stares at me, shock written all over her face, then quickly sneers.
You think you can escape? You're still chasing me? First seal the hole. I snap coldly.
I know that with the hole open and the heavenly array seriously damaged, it's about to collapse terribly.
Golden Spirit Holy Mother can't handle this alone.
I must force her to stop chasing me, or once she enters, there'll be no escape. Sure enough, her expression darkens as she casts a spell to seal the hole. Golden light flashes, trying to steady the falling crystals. But no matter how strong her celestial spell, she can't stop the hole from expanding.
She starts to panic, her anger flaring. As she intensifies the spell work, I quickly tell Lei Jiju to carry me far away.
With the boost of my demonic energy, our speed is 7 or 8 times faster than before.
We dive deep, traveling kilometers rapidly. We have to speed up.
I keep a close eye on Golden Spirit Holy Mother's movements.
3 seconds pass, and she hasn't followed.
2 kilometers away, Lei Jiju already distances us by 2,000 meters. She must be focusing all her energy on repairing the array.
If it collapses, she'll face divine punishment and can't avoid the Jade Emperor's death sentence. After all, this is the fuse in the chaotic immortal and demon world, she can't bear the responsibility.
Just as I think she's flustered by the hole, she suddenly glares at me with murderous intent, her eyes blazing like torches, vowed to tear me to pieces.
No one escapes my grasp.
Suddenly, she pulls a black hair from her head, blows on it.
Then, what happens next shocks me.
The hair morphs instantly into a clone identical to Golden Spirit Holy Mother.
Tall and slender, with full lips. I stare in disbelief. Go! Capture him alive. I want to kill him myself. With her command, her gaze instantly leaves me.
She's clearly confident that this hair alone can catch me. She continues her spell, preventing the heavenly array from worsening. Her clone nods and darts toward me with lightning speed.
In the blink of an eye, it closes the gap to 500 meters. No wonder Golden Spirit Holy Mother is so confident. Lei Jiju, move faster. My heart tightens as I shout. At this rate, the hair will catch me in minutes.
Lei Jiju's sword hums again, propelling me to escape at top speed.
Damn it! Why can't my spell catch him? Golden Spirit Holy Mother yells behind me in frustration.
I glance back, she's pulling out 2 more black hairs from her head in the distance.
These 2 strands of hair transformed into 2 duplicates, rapidly chasing me.
3 duplicates, like 3 killing machines, sent a chill down my spine. Golden Spirit Holy Mother clearly intends to kill me to the very end.
Danger is closing in. Fortunately, she herself didn't come, otherwise, I had no chance of survival.
With just the duplicates, I still have a sliver of hope. Lei Jiju sped up, carrying me as I frantically fled through this unfamiliar land.
The 3 duplicates clung tightly, steadily closing the distance.
The dozens of meters between us felt like a countdown to death, pure torment.
Within half an hour, they would definitely catch me.
I started thinking about how to shake them off.
No chance. The best plan was to set a formation trap and lure them in.
If I could kill them, great, if not, then I'd keep running.
At the very least, it would buy me time.
I scanned the terrain, preparing to set the formation, but first, I had to widen the gap.
Otherwise, if I got caught before I finished the formation, it'd be a huge problem.
I transferred half of my yang energy to Lei Jiju, speed increased by 30%.
Finally, I pulled away from the duplicates.
In the distance was a basin-shaped mountain, perfect for setting an inescapable formation.
Lei Jiju, head over there. I shouted urgently. Lei Jiju prepared to move as I pulled out the formation flag.
This time, I had to use my secret weapon, the Celestial Maiden's Scatterflowers formation.
Just then, the little fox I'd been carrying suddenly pointed to another direction, cautiously asking, "Can I make a suggestion?"
Of course.
"Can we go that way instead?" "Why?" I asked.
"I can't explain, but I have a feeling that's where we'll escape." I looked over, it was hazy with no particular impression. But the little fox had saved me twice already, her instincts were reliable.
Lei Jiju asked. Sir, where to? Not setting the formation yet, follow the little fox. I put away the flag. Got it. Lei Jiju instantly turned. Swordlight howled as it took us flying. The little fox beamed. I'm so happy. Thank you, Dad, for trusting me. Don't call me Dad, I said sternly. The little fox silently curled up on my shoulder. 10 minutes later, I glanced back and saw the 3 duplicates hot on my heels. Ugh, these duplicates are really hard to shake off. 20 minutes later, they were still 2,000 meters behind me. My scalp tingled. 30 minutes later, the gap shrank to 700 or 800 meters. A chill ran down my back. It's over now, I'm going to get caught sooner or later. We reached a mountain range. The air was thick with demonic energy, the trees twisted into grotesque shapes. The little fox pointed again. There's a cave over there. I squinted but couldn't see it. She jabbed her paw at a large tree's base. I feel the wind there. Lei Jiju. I shouted. Got it. Lei Jiju responded immediately, diving straight down through the air with me. We landed right under that strange tree. Its roots intertwined like a giant skull, unnerving. My expression changed. With my expertise in formations, I sensed a bizarre energy fluctuation. Why was there this kind of energy fluctuation here? What was hidden inside? But now wasn't the time to ponder. Survival first. Let's go in. I charged toward the energy ripple. Bursting through was like plunging into a waterfall. The resistance was intense, but I forced my way through. Inside was another world, a gigantic cave. I quickly glanced back. The 3 duplicates had caught up overhead. They looked puzzled when I vanished. Soon, they began searching everywhere. I wondered if this strange energy would give me away. Fortunately, they soon vanished from sight. I breathed a sigh of relief. I'd finally shaken them off. The little fox saved the day once again. But Golden Spirit Holy Mother's relentless pursuit steeled my resolve. I would make sure to kill her someday. For now, I planned to change direction and keep running. After all this time, I suspected I ultimately had to escape through the Heavenly Realm's formation gateway, otherwise, there would be no way back to the living world. For now, I just needed a place to hide and recuperate. Little fox, it says there are people inside. It suddenly told me. People? That sent a chill down my spine. I immediately turned back, wary, staring into the dark cave. It was pitch black inside. Yes, the little fox nodded. Who? I asked anxiously, realizing why the little fox had brought us here. I don't know, but they're not bad people. It said. This place doesn't seem like a lair. I scrutinized the cave. The feng shui was terrible. A hole dug beneath tree roots, commonly called a death trap, deeply rooted and inescapable. A trap for whom? The strangeness only deepened. I looked at the little fox. It was intently staring inside. Since it said it was safe, I trusted it. One hand gripping my sword, the other holding the little fox, I ventured deeper. The sword's glow lit the way ahead. After about 1,000 meters, the darkness ahead suddenly thickened until not even the swordlight could pierce through. Just ahead, the little fox whispered, clutching me tightly, even holding its breath. It was scared. I took a deep breath and reached out, feeling around. Suddenly, my hand brushed against a thick whisker. Startled, I jerked back and shouted into the darkness, "Who's there? Who's there?" But the cave fell silent as if death itself had settled in. No answer. The whisker I touched was real, unmistakable. Whose whisker could this be? Fear made me retreat 10 meters. Then, a heavy breath sounded, like some massive creature roused from slumber, the noise ringing painfully in my ears. My heart instantly tightened with tension. 2 glowing slits appeared in the darkness. The slits slowly rounded out, revealing a pair of blue lantern-like eyes suddenly fixed on me. So bright it made me squint involuntarily, shock pounding in my chest. Ah, so it's a little dragon. I was hoping for a feast, a woman's voice echoed from the darkness. I was stunned. My eardrums buzzed as if struck by a club. That voice, it sounded familiar. What was going on? Who are you? I stared at those huge eyes, suspicious. The voice suddenly noticed something, letting out a soft Come closer. The woman's tone bore a hint of excitement, as if someone long awaited had finally appeared. The little fox hugged me tightly but still kept its gaze fixed ahead. She's a good person, the fox whispered softly. I hesitated briefly, then slowly moved forward. At that moment, those huge eyes narrowed. More outsiders? Perfect. I've been trapped so long and starving. You 3 will make a fine meal. A gaping mouth suddenly opened, and a terrifying suction force swept out. Fearfully, I dodged to the side. The suction broke with a bang, followed by the voices of the 3 Golden Spirit Holy Mother's clones. Boom! The suction was shattered. Not bad at all. Two thick, smooth golden whiskers extended from the dragon's head. What are those? Snap, snap, snap. The whiskers hooked onto something and dragged it into the cave. Wide-eyed, I saw the whiskers had caught two of the clones. The whiskers were as hard as steel. Wait, are the Golden Spirit Holy Mothers still 3 in number? Clearly fake bodies, not worthy as true forms. Too bad, cannot eat them. Bam! The whiskers coiled tightly, deforming the two clones. After all, how could hair compare to whiskers? Suddenly, two muffled pops. The clones turned into long strands of hair, then burst into scorching flames, holding for 10 seconds before turning to ash. One left. Another whisker shot out. Half a minute later, it dragged back the third clone, who wore a cold expression. How dare you interrupt my business? Boom! The whiskers wrapped again, that clone turned to hair and was consumed by flames. I was dumbfounded. The 3 clones who had chased me all along were easily dealt with by 2 whiskers. Who was this person inside the cave? How did you offend the Golden Spirit Holy Mother? Enough, come here, I need a closer look, the buzzing voice said with rising excitement. Snapping out of my shock, I cautiously approached. The giant eyes were now just inches away. I raised the glowing thunder strike bamboo sword and slowly swept it around the eyes. What I saw left me utterly speechless. Before me was a dragon's head as big as a truck. Those whiskers I'd felt earlier belonged to this dragon. My mind went blank, I couldn't believe a female dragon was hidden here. Who are you? I stammered. I had fled into this strange place, only to encounter a trapped dragon? Even the little fox was stunned. It identifies people by aura but never imagined it would be a dragon. Sir, her cultivation is extremely high, said the thunderstrike bamboo sword in awe. It seems fate has intertwined our paths to bring us together, the dragon head said. I stared hard at her, suddenly shocked. You, don't remember me? Not long ago, I helped you advance your cultivation. Boom! My mind short-circuited again. A female dragon? Helping me? The familiar voice? Suddenly, all the clues connected. I gasped. Could you be the mother of the dragon ancestor? Indeed, the dragon head answered softly. I was dumbstruck. When I took the dragon mother's blood from the Bohai Dragon King, my cultivation soared and I could exterminate the plague god. At that moment, the mother of the dragon ancestor's voice had whispered to me, saying she was trapped and I must find her. I had thought she was confined in the mortal realm or the heavens, but never imagined she was trapped in this boundary between immortals and demons. Dragon Mother, how did you end up trapped here? I asked urgently. No wonder her 2 whiskers easily wiped out several clones of the Golden Spirit Holy Mother. She truly is the primordial dragon, the greatest dragon in all the world. This story is a long one, the Dragon Mother side. Let me help you first, I said. Are you locked by chains or suppressed by seals? Tell me, and I'll find a way to free you. Holding the glowing thunderstrike bamboo sword to her head, I carefully looked behind her, hoping to find any chains to unlock her. After all, she helped me with my cultivation last time, and I promised I would come to find her. But then I was dumbfounded, shocked beyond belief. The primordial dragon mother had only one massive dragon head. No body at all. Her neck was severed. It was a beheaded head. Dragon Mother, what happened? What's going on? I asked, eyes wide in disbelief. If it were an ordinary dragon, she'd be dead long ago. Only she could survive beheading, her power was terrifying. But where was her body? I kept peering into the cave, but at the far end, no dragon body appeared. Instead, I saw a talisman stuck over the wound on her neck. I was stunned. Who could be so powerful as to chop off her head? I couldn't even imagine. The situation is complicated, and it's fortunate I met you, the Dragon Mother said with a heavy sigh. Dragon Mother, what should I do? Do I need to find your body to save you? I asked anxiously. She didn't react strongly, indicating I couldn't free her right now. Helping her now would only endanger her body. If her body were destroyed, it would only harm her. That's right. You have to find my physical body first, she nodded. Where is your body then? I pressed further. My body is at, The Golden Spirit Holy Mother has already discovered her clone was destroyed and rushed here in fury. I'm no match for her, and you're in great danger. I'll help you become the divine dragon body first. The Dragon Mother's eyes flickered. The Golden Spirit Holy Mother personally showed up? I was shocked. Looks like she realized she couldn't fix the celestial array herself, so she came personally to vent her anger on me. Right now, Lu Dongbin is probably meeting with the Jade Emperor. If he tells the Jade Emperor everything I said, the Golden Spirit Holy Mother could face grave punishment, maybe even lose her head. She's furious and desperate for revenge. Come to think of it, why didn't she just let me and Lu Dongbin be together before? I wonder if she regrets it now.
But as the dragon mother said, I'm in serious danger. Still, if I can become the divine dragon body, at least I'll have some strength to resist, won't be totally helpless like before.
I agreed immediately. But I was a little puzzled. Dragon mother, don't I need to merge with a female dragon to become the divine dragon body?
Usually, yes.
But I have another way to help you, she said.
I nodded. After all, she's the primordial dragon mother. Last time, you absorbed a drop of my dragon blood. That should have made you a divine dragon, but you still lacked something. It seems you have a special constitution.
This time, I'll personally give you a drop of my life essence. It will elevate you to the next level, she said.
Then she spat out a drop of golden blood.
It was even more golden, radiating a terrifying aura.
My gaze burned with intensity, but remembering how I fainted for half a month after drinking dragon blood last time, I hesitated.
What if this time I never woke up?
Don't worry, the dragon mother comforted me. You already have my dragon blood in you, so you won't have a strong reaction.
Just swallow it, the life essence will merge with your body.
I breathed a sigh of relief. The little fox in my arms obediently jumped down and sat by my side, staring at me expectantly. The thunderstrike bamboo sword hovered nearby. I took the dragon blood.
It felt scorching like molten lava.
Without delay, I sat down and swallowed it right away. My throat felt only a slight burn. As the blood entered me, overwhelming power instantly spread. My body felt like it was being roasted by fire, but it didn't hurt, it felt like coming home. The power melded with my dragon blood, with no resistance, becoming one.
My internal dragon blood boiled.
This strength was enough to vault me to the pinnacle of the divine dragon body.
I was excited and focused, feeling my realm rise.
But as time passed, I only felt my power fill up, my yang energy rise, and a demonic aura emerge in my inner alchemy.
Still, I had yet to break through into a dragon. That barrier wouldn't budge. What was going on? I was puzzled. This isn't right. I opened my eyes and said, Dragon Mother, I don't think I've broken through yet.
I feel the same, she said.
My life essence blood has 5,000 years of Tao cultivation. You should have become a divine dragon immediately. How could this happen?
The dragon mother was clearly surprised.
All right, I'll give you another drop to try.
She spat out another drop of life essence dragon blood. I swallowed it, feeling the power surge through me, my bloodline swelling, and my physical form advancing a tier.
These 2 drops of life essence dragon blood doubled my strength. Yet I still couldn't break that barrier.